right there. I say turn the corner.
Let's try to do here right now.
Wow, that's such a beautiful sight. Surely this doesn't belong in our house.
Congratulations, you guys.
Good morning. Good morning, Bugaboo. Bugaboo's been in the house for well over 12 hours now. He's been sleeping in this chair all night long. No intentions of going outside.
What are you working on?
Trying to find some sheets for this dang bed.
Oh, how's it going?
It's hard.
Why?
It's so confusing.
It's just sheets.
But I want good sheets.
Oh.
And I don't know which ones to order because in theory you get what you pay for, but I don't want to get ripped off.
Well, you just can't go to Amazon and just read the reviews and buy sheets?
I don't know.
So what's the answer? What's your strategy?
I bought all the sheets I could find.
What?
And we'll just try them out.
Are they coming?
They're here.
Oh, no! They both look like sheets. Is there like a difference?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I saw a meme the other day, and it was something to the extent of, I'd like to say that I'm a Pinterest woman, but in reality, I'm more of an Amazon Prime type of woman. So that's how I start out all of my buying decisions. I go straight to Amazon. I look to see what's Amazon Prime. I sort by 4 stars and higher and done. And that's how I generally make my selections, unless I'm not finding what I'm looking for. But then I stumbled on a company that seems to really get all things bedding, not just sheets, but also things like comforters and pillows. And what I found was that they had just a wealth of information about not their products, but products in general. And I really felt educated that we had the power to buy the best sheets for our needs. And there are differences in all these sheets out there. Don't feel bad if you feel just totally lost when you're looking online or even in stores at sheets and you're just overwhelmed with like thread count and Egyptian cotton and you don't really know if you're being taken advantage of or not. I felt the same way until I found all of this information. Now I feel we have a great baseline to start experimenting with sheets. I'm not saying we're gonna get it right out of the gate, but we certainly feel empowered. So when I went to this company's website, Cuddle Down, it became very obvious what we should buy, or at least where we should start. They had a really great explanation for all these different options in fabric, such as cotton, linen, percale, flannel, jersey knit, like you name it. They had a table with the pros and cons of each type of fabric, helping you to understand what you want for your household. Let's first talk about the buying experience. Most of you know what it's like to buy stuff on Amazon. I always try to go Amazon Prime because I want things here like pronto. And I know that Amazon makes returns very easy. We rarely have to pay to return an item. It's very easy to print out or return labels, so I know if we don't like the product or it's not what we were expecting, it's really easy to send back, and that is extremely important to us. However, buying from Cuddle Down, their products are a lot more expensive. So out of the gate, these are $87 sheets, which I still wouldn't say these are cheap. These are probably on the higher end of what Amazon provides. But these were, I think, $427. Oh my gosh, so huge price difference. So right away I went to see what the return policy is, because if we can't see or tell any difference between the two, I don't know that we want to keep these, because that's a lot of money. But if in fact there's a big enough difference and it improves our quality of sleep, it sounds like a lot of money, but not if you're gonna have the sheets for 20 years and you sleep good night after night. I actually got on the phone with these folks and they said returns would be no problem if we're not happy. It doesn't matter if we've already used the bedding products or whatnot, so that made me feel a lot better about giving it a go and even ordering a couple different products if need be to test them out. But in our experience, nothing beats Amazon Prime shipping. It just simply doesn't get better than that. Other companies, I don't remember if we paid for shipping on these or not. I don't think so, because we spent clearly a decent amount of money. But these still took probably a week to 10 days to get to our house, which is quite a bit of time. So for us, there has to be a clear benefit to going the non-Amazon route. One of the things we've noticed in kind of analyzing the quality of a company and the customer service experience is what happens when the package arrives. What does it look like? What does it entail? And what do they include? The cuddle down sheets came in a box, and I would say it's not fancy or anything. It's not gift wrapped, nothing like that. I don't know that it needs to be. But what I love is that they included a shipping label. That is so awesome. I love that a company almost assumes you're gonna return something, and that's not to say that they don't believe in their product. It's to say that they believe in their product so much that if you don't like it, they're gladly gonna take it back and they're gonna make it easy for you, because it's really important to them that you have a good experience. So again, I love knowing that if we don't like these sheets, all we have to do is take them to a UPS drop-off and off they go. They also included a catalog of, I assume, everything else that they offer. I haven't looked through it yet, but I think this is good bathroom reading material, because if you like their sheets, chances are you're gonna like their other products too, which they also have a lot of great information about. So I think this is just good customer service. It kind of takes you away from the internet a little bit to have something tangible to hold in your hands. So the fitted sheet, the normal sheet, and then the pillowcases all come separately. They're not really attached to each other. They're all just floating around in the box. And they come in a plastic covering. It feels a little bit cheap, to be honest. I mean, they're probably waterproof. They are resealable to some degree, which is nice if you plan on returning the sheets. But Jesse and I were talking about what is a $500 sheet experience. I can tell you there's a big difference in trying on things at Walmart versus Victoria's Secret. Walmart, you're completely on your own. When you check out, everything's tossed in a plastic bag. There's nothing to enhance the experience. But when you go to Victoria's Secret, the time you step into the store, people are extremely helpful, and you go into the fitting room and the lighting's beautiful, and they bring you, like, they wait on you hand and foot, bringing you different sizes, different styles, making sure you're getting the right size. And even when you check out, they gift wrap everything for you. They put in like tissue paper with glitter and sample products, so you walk out feeling like you didn't simply buy undergarments. And so far, I'm not sure this is really the experience of a product that for some people might be a half or a third of their monthly wages. However, at the end of the day, I don't care about the packaging. I want really good sheets for my bed, so I'm willing to look past this. And these are Amazon sheets. The brand is Peru Pima. These also come in a plastic cover, but it feels different, kind of like a powdery coating, which I would say feels a little higher quality than the cuddle down ones. And when you open it, it's like a giant plastic folder. So this is one unit. Your fitted sheet, your loose sheet, and then your pillowcases. These are king size for the record. It's all in one unit. And I really like that. I feel like that's really good attention to detail, and that's really good design. And I love that they throw in a thank you card.
Ooh, I like that part.
Sleep well.
Sold.
I don't see a return label. However, they actually wouldn't include a return label because it's so easy to do on Amazon, right? This is nice because you can cut to the chase. What we really want to feel is the sheets, right? And these are, I would say, gift wrap. This is the little detail that you would expect to find on a higher quality product. However, companies know this, and oftentimes they use these strategies to market their lower quality sheets. So just because this has a cute little bow and they make their fabrics easy to touch, it doesn't mean that it's higher quality, right? Oddly, based on first impressions, I would say this product feels of higher quality so far. I would never expect to see this type of packaging on a shelf at Walmart, but I would expect the cuddle down packaging to be something I'd find at Walmart. First impressions, I wouldn't say I feel a huge difference, just surface level on what they feel like. These have cardboard in them, so they feel a lot more stout, and these don't. These right away feel kind of flimsy, and because there's no cardboard, all of this feels really, really thin. Of course, it's only a king pillowcase. It's not the actual sheets. This seam here, I'm sure there's a technical word for it. You can see that the stitching on the Peru Prima, the Amazon sheets, you can actually see. And when I compare it to the cuddle down sheets, I don't know what to call this, but you can tell that it's much different. And to me, this seems like something that's not gonna fray over time, where the Peru Prima stitching, I feel like, can easily get nicked on something. All you need to do is sever one of those stitches and your bedding starts coming apart. The Amazon sheets have a 415 thread count. The cuddle down sheets have a 500 thread count. That's the highest thread count I believe they have for these cotton percale sheets, which is why I wanted to get something similar from Amazon so that we could do a true comparison. We all have the idea in our head that a higher thread count is better, right? Therefore, companies take advantage of it and they market these sheets with these really high thread counts. But what Cuddle Down was saying on their website is that it's not all about the thread count. Shocker, right? The biggest factor in the quality of sheets has to do with the quality of the yarn used. And I would say that's not really something the average person can test. So a thread count is the number of threads or pieces of yarn or whatever you want to call it in a square inch. But I guess why thread count isn't thread count is because Cuddle Down on their website says that their threads are 2-ply, which means there's 2 pieces of threads that are kind of spiraled together to make 1 piece of thread, but that counts as 2 threads, not 1. But the difference with some other companies is that they have a multi-ply thread, so I don't know how high they go, but they can use 10 pieces of thread to create 1 spiralized piece of thread, if that makes sense. And that's one way you can get these higher thread counts. So in short, what I'm learning is that thread count is not thread count. A lot of these more expensive sheets, they max out at maybe a thread count of 500, but then you find cheaper sheets on Amazon with a thread count of 1200. And again, that doesn't mean you're getting a better sheet. The Amazon sheets cotton is from Peru. The Cuddle Down sheets cotton is from Italy. Let's take a moment to nestle ourselves in some beautiful cotton field in Peru with organic cotton and blue skies, a sunny day. Yeah, I don't know the difference between Peruvian and Italian cotton, so back to sheets. On the Cuddle Down website, they say that you can take your thumbnail and kind of scratch the sheet a little bit. And if you can visibly see the threads moving, that might be indication of a lower quality sheet. Yeah, I can't tell a difference at all. Next test, hold them up to light and see if the weave pattern is consistent.
Bugaboo, do you want to be involved in the sheet testing? Bugaboo. Hey there. Did somebody say they need light? Oh, I've got the light for testing sheets. Oh yeah, turn it on.
Bazinga.
Wow, that's a good sheet testing light. Ugh, perfect. It's like industrial.
All right, Amazon sheets, here we go.
Huh?
I can definitely see the weave in this. Can
Whoa,
you?
yeah.
Like, and I could see a lot of light coming through. So
Yeah.
now I would say this is a looser weave than what I thought.
Yeah, I can totally see like little light.
Very like has a lot of
Yeah.
striations.
Huh,
Interesting.
fun.
Okay, let's test the other ones. And for the record, that was double thickness. Okay, so this to me looks exactly the same.
Hey, wait a second.
That looks exactly the same.
It does.
I can see the weave and the striations. If anything,
There's more light?
it might look a little looser to me. Do you agree?
I agree. I can see more light coming through that one. Uh-oh, is that the cuddle down?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Onwards with the test we go.
Well, that didn't go as planned. They're going to blame it on the light. That's what they're going to do. They're going to say, it's the light. Bugaboo, it's not looking good. The cuddle down did not pass the light test.
So the last test Cuddle Down said to do was check in the creases for the dye quality. Apparently with lower quality dyes, you can see some fading or discoloration along the creases. So let's check it out. No discoloration on the Cuddle Down. And no visible discoloration on the Amazon sheets.
Oh dear. We're about to throw the Walmart under the bus.
Yeah, here's the Walmart sheets.
It's a pillowcase.
I mean, it's loved and it's wrinkled.
It's had a couple of days of use.
Let's do the light test.
Oh man, we're gonna keep throwing everybody under the light test. Oh, that's way worse. I can totally see
it
the
does
light.
look looser, doesn't it?
Yeah, I can totally see the light like perfectly through the through the pillowcase. Uh-oh, Wally World, they're coming for you.
Yeah, so Cuddle Down says that when the weave is kind of uneven, I would say that looks uneven.
Yeah, it's all
It
over
wears
the place.
uneven, and we have had these sheets tear after only a year.
Yep, we just threw a set away. Wah, wah,
So
wah.
that's very interesting. I learned something.
I know how to tell if Bugaboo is a quality cat. Let's hold him up to the light.
For the record, this is not animal abuse. He got up on his own free will.
He did.
I just yoinked him on his way down to the stoop.
From sleeping to the tanning bed. It's not nice, Mom. Don't do that to me. Bugaboo, we're trying to do a very important thing here and find really good sheets for you to sleep on. I mean us, but we'll share. All right. All right, he's done. Light test fail. Bugaboo, we know you're a quality cat. We don't need to test you. What Bugaboo is dreading is the cheap versus expensive cat test. Bugaboo was an expensive cat, so he's not really excited about that video. So I thought this was going to be a lot more obvious.
I didn't. I thought it might be as hard as it looks online.
Really?
It's really hard to tell. So
No way.
I mean, yeah, I would say in all honesty, we can't see the difference. So I'm not saying there isn't a difference or that the expensive sheets aren't gonna last longer, but I'm saying from a consumer standpoint, I'd have a hard time telling someone why they should buy the most expensive sheets or why we should keep the expensive sheets because we can get like 5 of those for the same price.
I'm kind of throwing it out there that there's a little thing in our life called Bugaboo. And I'll tell you that when Bugaboo isn't feeling well, which doesn't happen very often, like maybe twice a year, if he doesn't feel well on these sheets, I'm going to be like, no!
Exactly.
But if he doesn't feel well on these sheets, I'll be like, we'll just get some more. You know, like, it sucks,
That's
but we'll
true.
get some more.
So I think what it comes down to is what looks better with our duvet cover.
Yeah. Huh?
And I hate to say it, but I'm liking the light color more because it's a
really?
contrast, really.
Oh, I was thinking
You wanted to go matchy-matchy?
I see what you're saying, though. Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, you want a little bit of a color transition. Yeah.
Yep.
Versus this kind of just blends in.
Right.
Man, it's like 5 for the cheap sheets. 0? Are we at 0 for the cuddle downs?
What do you mean? What do you mean 0?
5 points. Better packaging, equal product, low price, quick shipping.
Yeah, you know, I would say
I'm kind of easy returns.
I want to be wrong. That's my desire.
Okay, it's 4 to 1. They included a return label.
That's true.
5 to 1, it matches the duvet cover. Oh no.
If you guys are really curious to get to the bottom of this, we have another product on the way that's a lot more expensive. And we want to do an even better comparison. So I'd say we're not going to place judgment yet on these really high-end bedding products. If you haven't noticed, we're kind of at this phase in our life where we're adding back luxuries into our life. For those of you that are new, we've been building this house for over a year, but we've lived in an RV with like no luxuries we're going on our 4th year now. So the very few possessions that we have, we want them to be of the highest quality possible. We want them to be comfortable, we want them to last, and by no means do we think money is the solution, but we go through so many bad products and have so many terrible experiences that we just wonder, what if we need to like up the price tier that we're shopping in, and there is something to a lot of these higher quality products, because it is true frequently that you do get what you pay for, so we're trying to figure out what are we missing when it comes to high quality bedding. There's really only one more thing to do from here. Make the bed. I think, should we roll some dice?
Yes. What do they think we're gonna do? Make your bets now. Which one are we gonna go with? This guy or this guy?